So, it's bulking season. You're trying to jump on the wave, but you have no idea where to start. I'm here to help you. Stay tuned. What is going on YouTube? FitnessKensho here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. First and foremost, I need to apologize for not posting on my daily schedule when I post and upload my videos. I'm not gonna come up with some sob story that, I've been busy with work. Be honest, I was moving to a new apartment and I literally just needed some time to settle into my new apartment, and I just didn't want to pull up the camera and start recording. I took some days off from the gym, yada yada yada. I'm settled into my new apartment, so I'm back on the YouTube grind. Videos are going to be scheduled for normal starting this Monday. Alright, with that being said, let's get started with the video. If you are new to the channel, please be sure to hit that red subscribe button. I do a lot of videos on meal preps, training routines, nutrition advice, and just tips and tricks for like beginners that are starting to get into the gym, such as this video that I'm gonna do right now. So if you see the title you see the title of the video, how to successfully do a lean bulk. A lot of people bulk up and they just pretty much think is eat all the food that you can get, and that's not really the case. If you want to eat all the food and gain a lot of body fat, you still gain some muscle, maybe not as much if you were to have like a lean caloric intake, but you still want to have you want to build that mass. That's how you're going to bulk for that for a certain amount of months. For example, I'm bulking up for about 8 to 9 months with clean foods. So I'm gonna give you about 5 tips in order to successfully perform your lean bulk on your own. So tip number 1 is gonna be obvious. You gotta be in a caloric surplus. So what does that mean? So if you have a maintenance, if you know what calories you need to eat to hit in order to maintain your weight, just add 200 to 300 calories to that. That should put you at a surplus. How do you know whether you're in a surplus or not? If it's working, you should be gaining at least, I would say half a pound to a pound per week. That's kind of like what you want to do for a lean bulk. Anything more than that, anything more than like a pound or 2, I think it might be excessive. You may be just gaining a lot of water weight, a lot of fat, and you're just eating a lot of junk. So what I'm looking for every week when I'm bulking is half a pound to a pound gained each week from Monday to Monday. I just take the average from the entire week. Tip number 2, eat quality foods. I see so many people, again, this comes up to what I said at the beginning. A lot of people just think I'm bulking, I can eat anything that I can get my hands on. And honestly, don't get me wrong, I always have a cheat meal on Sunday, and then Tuesdays or Mondays, depending on what happens, if I hang out with friends and stuff like that, I may cheat again. So maximum twice a week is what I'm cheating, minimum once. So everything else is gonna be clean, meaning that I'm prepping my meals, I'm just eating a lot more of it, but I'm looking for nutritious foods such as sweet potatoes. If I'm doing pasta, I'm getting whole grain or protein pasta that has a lot of fiber, brown rice, quinoa. The same thing with my proteins, they gotta be lean. I'm not trying, it's kind of like I'm still cutting, but I'm just eating a lot more of the foods instead of just eating a ton of fatty foods. Don't get me wrong, you do have a little more leeway when you're bulking, so if you want to have that cup of ice cream or serving of ice cream, or you want to have a piece of brownie, have it. That's nothing. But the thing about it is that you don't want to eat like a whole pint of ice cream or a whole carton of brownies. You don't want to overdo it. Still enjoy your treats. Make sure you don't go completely over your macros. If you go over like 50 calories, that's perfectly fine. Even if you go to over 100 for one day, that's perfectly fine. Just don't try to get all your calories from junk. Try to keep it from nutritious, good sources of food. Tip number 3, and this is one that gets overlooked a lot. Do not neglect your cardio. Now, am I saying do cardio every day? Am I saying do cardio freaking for 2 hours each session? No, I'm just saying make sure that you are implementing some form of cardio to give you something like what I follow. So like I said, I cheat on Sundays all the time, no matter what. No ifs, ands, it's rain, sleet, or snow, I'm cheating on Sundays, right? So Sunday, before I cheat, I do cardio. I do about 300 calories of cardio. Monday, after I cheat, I do 300 calories of cardio. Those are the only 2 days that I'm doing cardio, just to kind of undo the damage of the cheat meals. And then I keep it clean for the rest of the week until the cheat meal comes again that same week. The following week. So Sunday, Monday, keep that cardio consistent so that my body is still getting adjusted to cardio. So when it's time to cut, all I have to do is bump up my cardio to 3 times a week and bump it up to 4 times a week, and just go go that way, go that route, and adjust cardio as needed when it's time to cut. Tip number 4, and this is one of the most important ones. I cannot stress this enough. You are eating a ton of calories, right? Do not bullshit your workouts. What the heck do I mean? Your compound movements, your squats, your bench, your deadlifts. I'm even going to throw overhead presses there because obviously that's one of the compound movements that engages your entire core, and it's amazing exercise. You need to focus on getting stronger. Why do you need to focus on getting stronger? Because obviously when you're cutting, if any of you guys have ever have done a cut, you actually are weak. You have no energy. You think you need a shitload of caffeine and pre-workout in order to get through your workouts. But now that you have all these damn carbs, your muscles are just full and you have the actual energy to push through heavy weight. So focus on getting stronger because that's just gonna overall make you gain that size that you want. It's gonna help you with your other movements. So for example, if you can bench 225, and let's say this is not even realistic, but let's say for example you at the end of your bulk you could do 315. You know, that means that with other movements for your chest, the overhead dumbbell presses, flies, what's another one? Dumbbell pullovers. Those you should be able to throw heavier weight because naturally you are stronger with these compound movements that use multiple muscles. So don't neglect your compound movements. Focus on getting stronger. Track your progress week after week after week, and try to make progress every month on these compound movements. And the last tip that I have to give you guys is to implement high volume training. So a lot of people like just the high volume stuff and they pretty much ignore trying to strength train. I'm not saying you got to be a power lifter, but definitely it goes back to what I said about trying to get stronger. The stronger you are, the more weight you're going to be able to push with higher volume. So think of it like this. Again, if let's say your 1 rep max was 225 on the bench, right? And you, for some godforsaken reason, this bulk is going amazing for you. You get to a 1 rep max of 315 at the end of your bulk. That means 225, you should be able to rep that bitch out, and that's gonna give you massive chest pumps. Now, it's gonna be a better chest pump than you repping out like 185 or 135 if you struggle with that in the past. So focusing on getting stronger is just gonna make the high volume training that much more effective because now you can add more weight with higher volume. So that's where the high volume and getting stronger plays hand in hand. A lot of people always ask me, what should I focus on? Am I trying to be a power lifter? Should I try to push as much weight as possible? Or should I go light with higher reps? You should do both. You should really do both. You should focus on your compound movements in the beginning of your workout. Try to get stronger each week on those movements, and after that work on your accessory stuff. If it's chest day, work on your flies. If it's arm day, work on your hammer or your preacher curls or concentration curls. All those stuff is going to make you, if you can move the most amount of weight with those compound movements, those accessory movements, again, you should be able to throw up a lot more weight for a lot more reps, and that's going to cause your muscles to grow and expand. So get stronger and then pump blood in your muscles with the high volume training. All right, so I hope that video helped you guys out because a lot of people ask me, how do I successfully bulk? I don't know why it's so confusing, but those are the tips that I have. Those are the tips that I implement when I'm bulking. This is honestly my real bulk, because I've gained the size that I had just from eating healthy and eating some type of a portion control. Like I was eating, like when I first started lifting, all I was focusing on was getting like maybe a cup of white rice or brown rice or whatever, maybe like a cup of pasta or something like that. So everything was just like cups. Now everything is all tracked on my FitnessPal, and I'm tracking all my calories day in and day out. Consistency is what's gonna get you guys the results that you want. When you're cutting, you wanna keep consistent calories, consistent training routine. When you're bulking, you wanna keep consistent calories, consistent training routine. And that's gonna give you the results that you're looking for, all right? Hope that video helped you guys out. Again, apologize for the delay of the videos. They will be coming this week for sure. More tutorials to come. If you like the video, definitely leave a like on the video. Drop a comment below. Let me know if there's any other tips that I missed or anything else, any questions you have regarding how to successfully start your own bulk. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys. One thing that you see most times in the gym is that people will sit on this thing and they're on vacation. They're just chilling like this. You know, they just rolling, you know, leaning back, taking a little vacation. Sometimes they're texting, you know, yada yada, like, and then